It is said that in ancient times, there was a wealthy merchant who lived in a large city. This merchant was known for his vast trade and noble character, but he was constantly traveling in search of livelihood. One day, he decided to embark on a long journey for trade. He loaded his valuable goods onto camels and set out with his caravan, heading to a distant land. After several days of tiring travel in the desert, the merchant decided to rest under a large tree near a small oasis. He sat down, took out his food, and began to eat. While he was eating, he suddenly saw a massive genie appear before him. The merchant was terrified and froze in place from fear. The genie said in a thunderous voice, "O human, you have committed a great crime. You have killed my son." The merchant, astonished, replied, "How? I haven't killed anyone, and I haven't committed any crime." The genie answered, "While you were eating, you threw the date pit on the ground, and it caused the death of my son, who was sitting beneath the earth. Now, you must die as punishment for what you have done." The merchant wept and pleaded with the genie, saying, "O mighty genie, I meant no harm, and I didn't know your son was under the ground. Please have mercy on me." But the genie refused to listen to the merchant's pleas and insisted on killing him. Just as the genie was preparing to strike the merchant with his sword, the merchant requested one last chance to return to his family to bid them farewell, say goodbye to his children, and settle his financial matters. The merchant promised the genie that he would return after 1 year to face the execution. After long consideration, the genie agreed to the merchant's request on the condition that he return at the appointed time, and he made him swear a solemn oath. The genie then disappeared, and the merchant returned to his homeland, burdened with worry and fear. The year passed quickly, and when the time came, the merchant left his home, bidding farewell to his family and children, and headed to the place where he had met the genie. On his way, he encountered three men who were talking about their adventures. He asked them about their stories, and each of them had a strange tale to tell. When they learned of the merchant's plight, they decided to help him. They agreed to tell the genie their stories, and if the genie liked one of the stories, he would spare the merchant's life. Indeed, when the genie appeared, the three men began to recount their incredible tales. The genie was impressed by all three stories, especially the third man's tale, so he decided to spare the merchant's life and let him return home safely. The merchant returned to his family, overjoyed after escaping death thanks to the stories of the three men, and he lived his life in happiness, thanking God for his deliverance.